Hello! This is really loud. I can't even hear myself. Okay, this is a lot better. Hello! Welcome to the stream. Hope it's going well. Happy Sunday. Happy post-Cashew Cup if you were just watching that. Thank you for the raid. Obviously, it is a marvelous Sunday for another Uma stream. Pisces Cup starts in... Why can I hear myself? Okay. I still had Cashew's stream open in the background, so I could hear an echo of myself talking. And I'm like, why can I hear myself? Yep, because I had that very low volume in the background. Why can I hear you twice? That's why. I still had your stream open where you raided into me. Now it's gone. That isn't a problem anymore. That's funny. Weird. What was I saying? Yeah, Pisces Cup starts in registration opens in a couple days, I think. So races should start end of this week. You know what else is end of this week? Baseball opening day. Woo! If there's like any other baseball fans, I have my fantasy baseball draft tonight. That's exciting. I love baseball. I'm happy it's coming back. But yeah, that's not the point. The point is Uma. So I have a couple that I would consider aces right now. I have a McQueen that I'm pretty happy with. I have a Taishin I'm pretty happy with. I'm still trying to make a third. I've tried Tamamo. I've tried Vega. I've tried Brian. I've tried Rudolf. I've tried Kitasan. I have not built a single one of those that I am completely happy with. So I think I'm going to try some Tamamo runs. Like, I'll try a Tamamo run or two, see how it goes. But I do want to do some test rooms. So if anybody has been building aces, I would say partway through the stream, check back, because I would like to do some test rooms. I'm still potentially going to be going back to try and redo Taishin too, because I have Taishins that I'm happy with, but neither of them have long S, and that kind of kills me. So I'd really like to get a Taishin that has long S, but we'll see. Regardless, hello Cashew, hello Eric, hello Zraya, hello Truff, hello Armando, hello any lurkers. Hope it's going well. Happy Sunday. Did you watch the WBC? I watched parts of it, yeah. There were some pretty exciting games. The DR was going crazy. Yeah, they were killing it. Happy for Venezuela. Getting a win. And yes, I would say what Zraya just said, Truff, those would be the top 3 players, yeah. Judge Otani Soto. Otani is pretty much always number 1. Oh, not always number 1. It depends on your format. Like if you do points or categories, if he's 1 player or if he's 2 players, because some, like in my league, he's 1 player. He's batter and pitcher, so he's like insanely valuable. Otani is picked number 1 every single year. But yeah, Judge, Soto. Garrett Crotchet is usually like top 5, 6. Saw you were cheated out of a bonus point this morning. What can you say? It happens. It happens. Yeah, Italy did really good. Offense all that scores? No, pitching is still very important. But usually, I would say in the first round, it's mostly batting. At least in my league. Again, every league is different with like how the points are set up. In my league, pitchers are very valuable, but like the top hitters are generally going to go before the top pitchers. But then I would say like the S-rank hitters go before the S-rank pitchers. But then like the S-rank pitchers and the A+ rank pitchers go before the A+ rank batters. And it kind of like alternates back and forth. But everybody has different draft strategies. Like some people will punt batting because it's easier to find replacement bats on the wire and they'll go all in on pitching. Some people will, you know, pick 1 or 2 aces and then they'll just play the waiver for pitchers and they'll get a bunch of good bats. Like it really depends. Screwball and Skeens, yes. Those are like Screwball, Skeens, and Crotchet, I would say are like then the top 3 pitchers. So I think it's a safe bet to say Judge, Otani, Soto, Screwball, Skeens, Crotchet, all of them are going in the first round. In my league at least. My league is also complete redraft every single year. So it's a redraft, it's a snake draft, and when you draft is randomized 1 hour before the draft starts. So I won't know. Draft is at 7 p.m. tonight. I won't know until 4 hours from now, where I'm drafting. I've never had the first pick. I'm fine not having the first pick. I like having, like, pick number, like, 4 to 8. I don't like being on either end. My draft was last night. How do you feel about your team, Zariah? Makes sense. Like, quarterbacks usually don't go first round in football. Right. Like, it's nice to have a top quarterback, but, like, the top wide receivers or the top running backs are going to go before the top quarterbacks. So I'm going to do a Tamamo run to start. I have not gotten a Tamamo that I'm happy with. I've been messing around with different decks with different parents. So obviously we want to get her mile up to B, at least A preferably. So I have already picked out some parents that get her mile up to A. They don't get me a lot of stats. They do get me some stamina, which is obviously going to be super important given that it's a long, but they don't get me much of anything else. What they do get me, which you can see if I take the chat away for a second, on the right hand here, is an insane number of skill hints. I have double circle affinity on these two parents, Admire Vega and Taishin, with insane amounts of stats that could be very helpful. So I have long on the Admire Vega, and like Tenno Show Spring right there. Boom, there's Spring Runner. Hopeful Stakes, I think, is speed and, speed and stamina, so that would be nice. Corner Adept, Corner Recovery, Smoke Screen, Early Start. We get 2 more long on the McQueen. Corner Adept, Corner Recovery on the Ogre over there. There's Mile, which helps get her up to A. Tail Held High, URA Finale. The Taishin is heavy on the Mile to help bump her up. And then she has Speed and Power right there. Speed and Power right there. Standard Distance, which is what the upcoming CM is. Standard Distance again right there. Intense Gaze, I believe, is either an end closer or a long thing. Early Start again. More Mile. More Speed and Power. Masterful Gambit, End Closer Straight, After School Stroll, End Savvy, Early Start, Glittering Star, more Mile, Speed and Power again, Speed and Power again, Spurt, End Corners, End Savvy. So I think there's a lot of helpful sparks that I could potentially be hitting on this double thing, so I'm hoping that those skills are going to proc a lot because of the double affinity. I'm going to get a lot of good inspiration. And then this is the deck I was looking at running. I haven't tried this yet on Tamamo yet. Obviously, it's risky. It is 6 SSRs. I require that at least one of Creek and McQueen finish, preferably both. I would require that Admire Vega finishes. Those are my 3 requirements. 3. If I could only pick 3 to finish, it would be Creek, McQueen, and Admire Vega. Kitasan finishing would be nice because Curvature can potentially proc twice on this CM, so you get extra benefit from that. I don't care if Fine Motion or NTR finish. I'm not going to pick up those skills. NTR, I like if she can get to the second event because that gets you a pressure hint and also speed and stamina. If it finishes, you also get speed and stamina on her final thing. But I mean, it's risky. This is a 50% race bonus deck. You know, I could replace Kitasan with like Shinko Windy or something, and that would get me to 55. It's 1 less SSR that's potentially going to proc, but, you know, then I take away Curvature. I take away the chance to get like Corner Recovery. I take away the chance to get Corner Adept. I take away long corners. So she has helpful skills. She's obviously a really strong card. We'll see how it goes. The stat line that I'm shooting for, we can delete the text I have in here because that was from the previous stream. The stat line I'm shooting for is this. I I wish I could make that easier to read, but it is what it is. There we go. Right above my head. I'm aiming for cap speed, 1100 plus stamina with preferably 2 gold heals, but one if I... at least one. 1000 plus power would be great, and then 600 plus for guts and wit if I can. I would be happy with this. Long S would be great. They added a new difficulty to daily races. Yeah, I saw they added a very hard. I did do both of those before the stream, so I've beaten those. Hey, you get extra carrots if you haven't done the new difficulty. Extra carrots. I think it's 150 carrots the first time you beat it. I've started biasing training more often early on in the run. It really helps smooth runs out. Maybe it's not optimal for high rolls, not sure. It really depends. I think, for me, the most important thing early on is I want to hit at least 200 speed and power, preferably 250, before the races really start. And I also want to get as many friendships to green or higher as I can in junior year. Those are like the main things I look for. It's good. Pitching not the best, but Soto, Kurtz, Fried, Neil Cruz, Bregman were my top 5. 12 team points. I do attempt team points, so I'm a similar format to you. That seems like a solid top 5, though. O'Neal Cruz, I'm kind of surprised, was that high up. Unless I'm thinking of somebody else. But Soto is a great first-round pick. I had Kurtz last year. He was a monster. I'd be happy to get him. Again, Fried is really good. Bregman's solid. Bregman is an on-base percentage monster, too. I like Bregman a lot. I'm a Red Sox fan. Like, I'm from the Boston area, so I'm kind of bummed that they couldn't keep him, but that was Boston's fault. They didn't give him a contract that he was looking for. All right, I'm going to hit stamina here instead of speed because NTR and fine motion take forever to level up. NTR and fine motion are like my biggest ops for raising friendship. They take forever. It drives me crazy. You need to keep that Uma on a leash. She's out here acting crazy. Nah, she can do whatever she wants. I ain't gonna control her. She should be off leash. She's a monster. She's hopefully gonna be a top tier ace. I'm getting killed on some of these trainings. I need friendship trainings. I've had a lot of one-person trainings. How come no Astros? The Astros are kind of the op for a lot of people because they notoriously cheated to win a World Series in the last decade. So a lot of people are not happy about that, understandably. Alright, that gets moved up, but it's energy down, which is unfortunate. I'm gonna rest here. If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. I'll take the power, because I'm not gonna be hitting that as often. Alright, my speed and power are a little below where I go with the flow hint is great. I love that skill. Take the power again. Been running similar cards, but Manhattan SR, and if I need the gold heal, Jordan Speed. Manhattan SR is a really good card. That's a good pick. Jordan Speed, yeah, she gets you straight away recovery, I think. Or the gold version. Bofa. Always go for the bottom choice after a race. Those minus 10s make a run. Personally, I only pick the bottom if I am at 20 energy or less. Because then I might still get some left. But otherwise, I'm way too nervous to pick the bottom because if you fail the check and it takes 30 or 35 energy or whatever, like that is brutal. You lose a lot of potential races or trainings from the amount of energy like over time that costs you. In my opinion, at least. Obviously, I tend to play pretty defensively, so I still rest fairly often, which I know hurts my runs, but like it really depends on your risk threshold. Takes 25 or isn't it 30? Or is that when you lose a race, then it's like 35? If you pick the bottom? Alright, my speed really hurts. I'd never gamble if you lose a race. If you win, it's minus 20 or 25 worst, but if you lose, it's 35 or 25. Yeah, you can't gamble that one. There's a couple things in the shop that I want. Good job. Good job, Tamamo. Initial friendship more based than I initially thought. Initial friendship is huge. The sooner you can get rainbows and whatnot, the better. Okay, so it is 10 or 25. For some reason, I thought it was 10 and 30. Yeah, I'm not picking that anymore. They do if you win. Sometimes you lose 8 in a row and go, well, all right, I have 40 less energy than I would. Yep. Exactly. Hello, Zora. Welcome to the stream. Hope it's going well. All right. I want the reset whistle. I want all of those. I think I'm going to kill this career. I don't have enough speed to consistently win these races early in the year. Because I didn't get enough friendship trainings early. I mean, enough speed trainings early. And now I'm in a rut where I haven't... Like, I'm gonna have to rest. Because I don't have energy items. If I can get one really good speed training, maybe I wouldn't kill it, but I think I'm probably going to kill this. The 5 borrows does make me feel better about, like, compared to when we had 5. Like, I don't feel as bad killing a run early just because I have more opportunities, but I feel like I can kind of tell. Like, you can always recover later, but I have a very low threshold for, like, what needs to happen for me to be like, nope, that's it, I'm killing it. If I lose a couple races in junior year, I kill it. If I don't have enough speed coming out of junior year, I kill it. Like, I'm very quick to kill a run. Losing races costing more energy is ridiculous. Yeah, it's because they're in a bad mood, but I agree. It's a pain in the ass. I'm doing good, Zora. I'm doing good. It's been a good weekend. I can swear it's like 75 at 25, 25 at 10, but sometimes Gamba be Gamba. Gamba do be Gamba. Yeah, a bunch of crap trainings again, so I'm just going to rest. I have 3 races in a row. Low rolled it, of course. I'll take the 60%. Take the hammer. I think I made an executive decision. Gonna forego trying to get Daring Strike and just aim for stats. That's also reasonable. Like, it would be great if I didn't have to bring a power and I could just bring like a third speed or a second wit, but I really want Daring Strike because the earlier you can start pushing up in a long where there's going to be a big gap between the front and the end, the better. I need the 3 speed. Yeah. If you're not hitting speed consistently with 2, then I think that's totally reasonable. Okay, we're stocking up. My friendships are absolute dog shit, though, which is really, really bad. Wasn't hitting on Golshi, so I swapped to Tama. Tama's harder to build, so good luck. Golshi is way easier to build. Yeah, 5th place on this G1. Okay, okay. I feel like I use clocks too much, and that's one of my biggest issues with this so far. Like, I am burning through my clocks like nothing. I use all 5 clocks every single run. Like, Umastan hint? Okay, we've gotten a lot of really good skill hints. Yeah, I burn through my clocks like crazy. Even if I don't clock on, like, G3s and G2s, I feel like I still consistently use 5 per run. I've gone from having, like, 450 to, like, 360 in the past, like, week and a half. Which is killing me. I'll take that. Actually, I have time with that. I'll take the 60. Okay. Hillbilly Power will flow through me and hit a good Uma Trust. Under 200, we can steal some of Cashew's clocks. Under 200 is really, really bad. That's going to make this scenario absolutely brutal for you over the next few months. Meanwhile, Cashew has like over 1,000. I Umastan right away. I probably will, just for consistency. I need something right away. Nimble Nav at 135. And Umastan at 144. Yeah, I'm going to take Umastan. The speed is more where I'm hurting. And I need consistency early. That's what it takes. Oh no. Okay, Tama. Let's not mess around now. Alright, I'll give it until the first summer. And I'll see how my friendships are looking. If I don't have the ability to rainbow in summer, the run is over. You need lots of rainbows in summer. Both summers, you need a lot of rainbows. If you cannot get them, I think the run is dead. So if I can't have rainbows by summer, I'm just killing the run and starting over. The random losses hurt? They do. And unfortunately, if you are an end closer main, like I am, that makes it all the more likely that you're going to have random losses. Okay, 2 friendship things right there. That's good. Oh, we got a lot of good things in the shop this time. All right, getting 3 of those definitely helps with the friendships. Admire Vega's low, but everybody else is okay. I can't train because... Alright, I definitely want to hit speed. I'm not giving it till summer. Not after failing 18% training and getting a mood down right after that. Absolutely not. Run's over. Retry. I was shouting no after that ended because I knew it was coming. Yeah, it'd be like that sometimes. That's not Best Girl Mambo. I still haven't done a Mambo run. Hello, Uru. Hope it's going well. I have a lot of Umas at this point that I haven't done a run for yet. I need to. I never drop a run before at least first inspo. You could on a secret god run where you need to lock in. Alternatively, you're in a doomed timeline with S and no stats. Yeah, any of that could hurt quite a bit. This is the worst first training I've ever seen in my life. Never drop because I need fan counts to help. Yeah, I guess our club is so casual that the fan counts really don't matter, so that doesn't stop me. Excited for more Time Stranger content next year? Oh yeah, I saw somebody posted in Discord earlier that it got another DLC announced. I'm curious if it's actually going to be like story or what. I didn't buy the first DLC because it was just like it added more Digimon, but there wasn't a whole lot of story from what I could gather. And I'm mostly interested in like story related content, so adding more Digimon didn't really justify a $30 DLC pack for me, but they're calling it a story expansion? That could be interesting. I'll have to keep an eye on that. If they have a significant story, I could be convinced to go back and play that. Club slid. Oh, damn, like over 100 spots? Yeah, we're consistently in like the 5,000 range or something, so... Hi, Creek. Okay, we're doing a little bit better stat-wise than last time. At least for like early threshold stats that I'd like to hit. Mint drop was in there. I like that one. Gotta have some tea. Yeah, Time Stranger was good. That was one of my favorite games I played last year, I would say. All right, what do we got in the shop? We got shit. Is what we got. Okay, let's load the agenda. Need to drop runs more. I'm getting better at it, but the scenario is the most painful at the start run. Yeah. It's really, really, really bad early on if you don't have a good run going. Sleep deprived, of course you are. Okay. We definitely are in a better place with speed and power this time. We're also in a better place with friendships this time. So, fingers crossed we don't randomly lose as many races at the start of this career. Wish you could buy skills after clocking a race. Oh my god, I agree. Because sometimes the difference between winning that race or not, you can clock all you want, but you're going to keep losing because you just don't have the skill you need to beat it. And if I could buy a skill after I lose a race once or twice, I absolutely would, just to give me a better chance of winning it. But nope, once you click on the race, you're fucked, buddy. That's it. You better hope you can win. I hate that. I really wish they would add that ability. And I agree with you there, Judson. Same thing. I have definitely forgotten to use the gold hammer on one of the last races. And I'm like, shit, shit, shit. If only I could do that. If only you would let me use the hammer on the race screen. So let's use monies instead of clocks. Oh god, yeah, I have freaking millions of monies. And not enough clocks. Alright, good luck charm, that's nice. I'll distract Cashew, you take his clocks. Yeah, we can do a bank heist on Cashew's clocks. Alright, Maestro finished in junior year. That's really relieving. Just knowing that that's all set is huge. That's a really nice power training. On a free turn, that's a lot of friendships, so... I'm actually going to use good luck charm. I'm usually not that aggressive with stuff, but I really want to hit that training. That's a lot of friendships, and that's good stats early. Corner Adept, that's nice. Alright, energy is good. Let's take the hammer. Zero reason for hammers to last a day, just programming lazy design. Right. I've also mistakenly used a hammer the day before the race. And then on the race day, I'm like, oh my god, I hate myself. Like when they added the go back button in FGO, huge change. Absolutely. I'm in a good spot with Tamamo for the first three, but goddamn, that wit is homeless. Nah. I would be fine with a wit that's kind of low. I still think, like, I would be fine running an Uma with, like, 550 wit or something. For the CM, if my speed, stamina, and power are all really good. That's unfortunate. Alright, this is a race turn, but I have no energy. I'm skipping the race to train on that speed right there. That's 3 energies. I mean, it's a rainbow and it's 2 friendships again. Thank you for that, Omamori. I'm resting this turn. Please just not sleep deprived. Good work, Tama. You're going to take away 10 energy, and that's going to make... that just might make it so that I can't run the 3rd race on no energy. Or that I'm... No, that's fine. That's fine if I run the 3rd race on no energy because it's the 3rd race. It's hopeful stakes. That's fine. I can give up that. That's a lot of friendships and wit again. Should have definitely attempted the 97% failure. Yeah, I probably should have. I think I just made a big oof right there. If you're saying you want high stat lines for the CM, you're basically saying that you won't be happy unless it's a UG. If you're saying you want high wit for the CM, yeah, I agree. I think it's fine to want high wit on a front runner. I think getting cap speed, cap wit, and like, I think it's very, very feasible to get cap speed, close to cap stamina, and like 1,000+ wit on a front runner. That's it. I think once you move below front and power gets a lot more important, and I think power is more and more important the further back you move because you really need to accelerate to close the distance. And with this CM being, you know, the crappy weather, you need a lot of power. And I just don't see how you get a lot of wit when you need a lot of speed, a lot of stamina, and a lot of power. Because none of those 3 cards give you wit. and wit only gives you speed. So unless you have godparents who are giving you like, maybe you have a 2 9-star stamina parents that you can use, right? Maybe you're getting 125 stamina on each inspiration, and you can get away with 1 stamina card, and then you can run like 2 speed, 1 stam, 1 power, 2 wit, or something. Maybe then, but like outside of that, hell no. Imagine being happy, if only. Thank you, Tama. Tama's happy. All right, what do we got in the shop? I'll take the power. Hello, Ranfi. Welcome to the stream. I can't say I know what that means, but hope you're having a good day. Seven? Buddy. We have better stats than last time. Let's not mess around. Buddy. You're killing me with losing these. This makes me so mad. This makes me so fucking mad. Some people run 0 stam and get 1100 stam. I do not have any idea how that is possible. Like, maybe if you have stamina growth and you have 2 9-star stamina parents and you're running 2 power cards, maybe then. If you're training at 20% stamina, you could be real greedy and get away with 2 power cards and stamina parents. Yeah, right. So like in that case, if you have 2 really good stamina parents, preferably at like double circle affinity or something, and you can get away with that, I would feel really risky doing that on a long. On a medium, I would be totally fine doing that. At least you crushed Cashew's waifu. But I like Chio too. Also, hello, Boom. Welcome to the stream. Hope it's going well. And Silzo, welcome to the stream. Hope it's going well. I'm still stuck on S rank, but I'm getting my Super Creek at 3 limit break tomorrow with the selector. That will definitely help. The higher you can get Creek, the better. This is good. I get pressure on this. I already have 0 energy, so I'm not losing any energy. Speed and stamina. That's a perfect time for it to proc. Alright, we're taking the energy. We're definitely taking both of the friendship things. We're taking energy again. We're going to take the stamina weight. Get those friendships up as fast as we can. Alright. We're looking pretty decent on friendships right now. No crazy training. I have no energy, so I'm going to rest. Good speed training. That should get... Yep, fine motion can rainbow. Very good. The little marvelous match girl. I want to feel comforted. Me too. I'm running 3 speed and they refuse to give me more than 1 rainbow. It's tilting. Yeah, it is. I've definitely had summers like that. I had a run yesterday. I was trying to make new Umas for Cashew Cup. And I had, like, the worst summer I've ever seen. I didn't get a single rainbow on 3 out of the 4 turns, except for I got 1 rainbow on the 4th turn, and it was in wit. Which is fine. I was trying to make a front runner. I did not get a rainbow for the other 3 turns, even after using 2 whistles. Not a single rainbow in any stat for 3 turns straight in summer. I was so mad. That's quite the abbreviation to use. That's what everybody uses for at Uiru. NTR, Narita Top Road. Okay. Admire Vega's not around. There is a little bit of creek over there. I'm just going to rest this turn. Keep saving my stuff for summer if I don't need to use it. Get some energy right there, so we're basically capped out, which is nice. That's a nice wit training, but... Alright, Admire Vega is lacking a little bit. NTR doesn't appear in the gacha for like... Really? Not for like another year? Oh, sorry, you mean the Uma. Yeah, NTR the Uma I think is like early 2027, like in the February to April range. Yeah, it's quite a while, which is too bad. I'd like to roll for her. But what can you do? Uma be like that with the long waits. Admire Vega, one of my favorites. Sorry, Vega. I need those skill points. I need that dub. Also, belated hello, Judson. I know I saw you in here earlier, but I forgot to say hi. I know I responded to your chat, but... hello, Otto. Hope it's going well. Cash, you're getting NTR'd by NTR? Oof. Double dose of NTR. Alright, good stamina training that gets a little more friendship on Admire Vega. Speed is already level 3, that's good. Inspiration time coming up. Gold inspiration. Mile S, of course. Mile S twice. Yep, love that for me. I cannot even begin to count how many times I've gotten Mile S trying to train for this long CM because I bring so many freaking Mile Sparks that I can't fit anything long, and then I never get long S. So many times. It drives me crazy. I mean, at least it helps win races easier, which is really helpful, but like, god damn, I want long S, man. It's killing me. Thanks for winning Satsuki's show. I appreciate it. Deep breaths. Deep breaths. Lots of good things in the shop. Vega and Creek are close. We still have 4 turns until summer. I'm resting this turn because I got 3 G1s in the next 4 turns. I need energy. Mood up, thank you. Alright, I think I'm hurting on the megaphones, and I'm hurting on energy. I could really use... or the Omamoris. I would take the Omamoris. Air shock her. See ya. Power Scroll. Don't mind if I do. And the Omamori. Good stuff. Alright. Power Scroll, Omamori for sure. I'll take the Gold Hammer. I'll take a Stamina Weight. Will Kansai Bozo give us some good runs? No aces yet? Yeah, I feel like you always take a while to get them because you do so many, You know what? I gotta wait on the Good Luck Charm, and I gotta get the Megaphone. You do so many parent runs that I feel like you always start making aces really late. Well rested is very helpful right there. Okay. Is that worth skipping Takazuka Kinan? It's 50 stats. It's easier to skip the first one than the second one. I think the second one you don't want to skip because that's part of Senior Spring Triple Crown. I don't know if it's part of an epithet, but 31, 19, like, not bad. How many points do I have? Now, the shop is going to refresh next turn, and I have no points, so I have to race. If there's good stuff in the shop and I don't have points, I'm going to be really mad. Because I do not want to race in summer. Every parent run is a failed ace run. That's how I treat it. I never intentionally train aces or parents because I'm just like, I do so many ace runs that inevitably some of them will turn out good enough to be a parent. At least that's how I try and justify it. Alright, so what did we get? There's a lot of energy in the shop, which is nice. I will buy the Omamori because I don't have one. Okay. Hit the stam. That's nice wit, and it gets a little more friendship for Vega. Helps maintain our energy. It's good speed. Should get Creek to Rainbow, which is also going to be really nice. I think I have a lot of stuff expiring this turn, so let me double check. Take the energy and the power. Everything else can wait. Inside scoop? That's nice. Ooh. No rainbows in the last turn. And I don't have a... Oh, that stings. That takes energy, I think, which sucks. Oh, wait, no, it doesn't. Okay, take the 10 speed. Have you done any ace runs yet? I have done some ace runs, yeah. I have a McQueen and a Taishin that I'm pretty happy with. So right now I would say they're both on my team. But I do not have a third yet, which is what I'm trying to get here. T-break. Ooh. That's tough. Do you think Daiwa Scarlet Pace could work this CM? Excuse me, Tamamo? It's a G2, bud. I do know that Daiwa can work in this CM. I'm not sure if as a pace or as a front. I know I saw her get mentioned in a video I was watching, and I unfortunately don't remember which running style she was put in as. but I do know that she can potentially work. My Sky lost Kikuga Show 15 times in a row. What? Like in 3 separate careers, you used all 5 clocks and she lost it every single time? That's really, really annoying. If she's losing it that much, are you low on stamina? I have to imagine it's a stamina check at that point. I haven't done a Sky run in a while, so I don't remember if she has stamina growth or not. That pace and late are basically dead styles to CM due to length and conditions. It's one of those things where, like, if you look at tier lists and you look at, like, the big UmaTubers and what they're talking about, like, most of them are going to say that pace and late are pretty much dead. I'm of the opinion that if you build a really good pace chaser or a really good late surger, they're still going to win races. They might not win as often because they don't have the skills to be as consistent this CM, but like, I'm running a pace chaser. I have gotten killed by late surgers in some tests. Like, it really is a gamble game, so if your pace or your late procs their good skills at the right times, they're still gonna win. So it might hurt you with consistency, but they definitely will still be winning. So I would say build the Umas that you want to build. Like, obviously having the content creators who know a lot about the mechanics break stuff down is really helpful, but it's more fun running your favorites. Also, hello, Sergeant. Welcome to the stream. 400 to 500? I feel like that should be enough. That's kind of surprising. Otto says as they build meta anyway. All right, bucko. Alright, let's hit the big stam training right there. What the hell was that for? So looking at getting a good cafe for the CM later end. Cafe is really hard to build for this one, because I think she needs Sparks to be a top tier, like, end closer. Like, she has, what, C end closer at the start, which you can still run. But, you know, it hurts Wit a little bit, so I would prefer at least B, preferably A. And I think she needs a lot of mile Sparks, right? So then you can't really bring any long, which, you know, you're sacrificing the chance for long S, but C and F mile, ugh. Yeah. I mean, if you're willing to put in the Sparks to get those up to A, and you're okay not getting long S, like, she is still going to be good. Like, she has good skills. She's a strong runner, but I still haven't even redeemed my ticket. I'm probably going to be picking up Cafe with it, but I might do a 10 roll or 2 on Dia when she comes out in a couple hours, so, you know, maybe I get spooked by somebody else I want, and then I can pick someone else with the ticket. I don't know. But ignoring the mouse sparks and playing around not running mile G1s. Oh yeah, like, if you just don't run miles, that helps. I'll use all of 3 tickets. Hey, whatever your threshold is. Doing Teo to CM for a miracle? Hey, Teo's great. I love Teo. Once I get out of this Dia and Sky period where I want to roll, I'll probably be getting New Year Aurora, but waiting so I don't screw myself. Yeah, because you know, if you pick up, like, I don't know, I just have this bad feeling of, if I pick up before I roll, then I'm going to roll whoever I just picked up, and I'm going to be mad. So, better to wait and roll and see. Do it on stream, that way you get streamer luck. Yeah. Streamer luck is a nice little benefit. Well, unless you're cash rolling for Kitasan, in which case you have no streamer luck. But then, like, extra stars, yeah. 4th star is nice. 5 stars is kind of overkill. Same thing with me, it's between Kawakami Princess and Haru. Didn't have to do casual like that. Oh, I watched it happen. It was tough. He's releasing in a couple hours. The quest for the free selector ticket is releasing in a couple hours too. I believe Dia comes out in 2 hours, yes. I thought it was supposed to be Monday, but I'm pretty sure it's today. I'm hoping somebody does the insane and makes a long Bono. I would love to see that. I'll take the speed and power. Shop refreshed. Alright, so we're gonna have a lot of stuff in the shop. What do I have? I have 260, so I probably don't need a 3rd right now. I have 2 stamina, speed weights. I will take that. I think I'm fine on friendship. I definitely want to whistle. So the selector is today, okay. Missions to get the selector. It'll take some time. Long straight, nice. So I still have not seen Kitasan, McQueen, or Admire Vega's things finish. Go with the flow hint, good. Alright, there's Kitasan. 2 out of 3. Comes on the mission to get the 500 carats, mostly because getting sprint and long climaxes are annoying. Yeah, I usually put a lot of that stuff off. I feel like most of the Umas I run are medium and long, so I kind of have to go out of my way to get sprint and mile. And I really only train for CMs, like I pretty much only do ace runs. So I have to go extra out of my way to run an Uma I don't typically run, for a distance I don't typically run. Which is fine, it gets you playing other stuff, but... High base starting, that's good. I have 2 speed weights. I guess I'll take a 3rd just to have it. I only have 140, so I could pick that up. I'll pick up the stamina. Just kind of going in order based on when they expire. Have to ignore most races and skip some G1s for the sprint or long G2s? Yeah. So what are the next few banners after Dia? Does anybody remember? Is Majoro Bright after Dia? Alright, McQueen finished. Please give me cooldown. Thank you. Alright, so I have 2 gold heals on deck. What I really need now is I still need Daring Strike to finish. That's like the main thing. If Curvature could also finish, that would be lovely. Majoro Bright's next. Nice Nature and Majoro Bright. Oh, man. I know that Nice Nature is soon. Ballroom Sky. Okay, so it's Majoro Bright, then Ballroom Sky, then... Is it Nishino Flower after that? And then Nice Nature and Halo? And then after that, Heinz Fujin and the Mr. CB Wit card? Once Flower comes out, somebody's gonna make Flower plus Bono as the main two for their teams. Yeah, just to have the the massive height difference between them. Okay. Oh. Nah, I need... Oh, fuck. No, no, no. I'm racing on 0 energy. What am I doing? I forgot to use the thing to give me energy. Ah, shit. Sorry, Tama. That was an accident. That was a fat finger. I did not mean to click that. Great job. Okay, she did not get debuffed for that. Thank you. Thank you, God. Okay, so that's a beautiful stamina training, but Inspiration comes up next. This is a G1. I would like to run the G1. Not running 0 energy again, or not racing on 0 energy again. That's way too risky. Good job. Good job, Tama. Alright, Inspiration. Got some good stuff there. Spurt hint. Cool. Okay. Decent-ish stats across the board. I think I have 2 speed weights, 40% phone, guts. Jeez, there's a lot of stuff in here. What do I have? I really need to save the energy and the Omamori for summer in case I get like crazy good trainings. So I'm gonna rest this turn. Sleep deprived because fuck me. Yep. Speed in 20? Yeah, I'll take 20 speed. Thank you. Can I show spring? Sure. Nice job, Tama. Nice job. You were great. Stamina there is good. Speed and power, very nice. Power and wit, very nice. All right, Kitasan finished, so we're only waiting on Admire Vega to finish. She's done 1 out of her 3 chains. So I need 2 more Kitasan. I mean, 2 more Admire Vegas to show up. I already have 3, so I don't need another one. I'm good on those. All right, Victoria Mile. Ba, 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 ba. Stamina from that. Okay, energy, good. I will take the stamina. Resting this turn, we have 2 races coming up. And then summer after that. So I'm going to take the energy. hold off on the rest. Alright, we need a good summer shop. Ooh, that's a really nice stamina training. Is Yasukinen part of a epithet? I mean, that's 61 stats right there. That's good stamina. It's part of the mile one. Did you do the classic year one? I don't think I do. No, I didn't do the classic year one. Oh, I can boost it. I got plenty of boosts right now. Alright, well, I'm not going to skip the Takazuka Kinen unless I get something crazy, so I'm going to save the 60s for summer. I'm going to hit it with... Oh, wait, I don't have a stamina weight. I thought I did. It's out on 20 to 2 random. I think I just gotta go for it. So I'd ideally like 2 to 3 really good speed trainings in summer and like 1 good stamina. Fourth? What are you doing? Instead of resting early, maybe you should have used the T. The T is always hard because I don't have a mood up thing. So I'm always kind of antsy about when to use it. Okay, Omamori is really nice to get there. Stamina and power, cool. Alright, what do we get? No mood up things again. I agree, T is the GOAT. I just wish that it was easier to get mood up things. Oh my god. Alright, there is a stamina one there, which is nice. Alright, what do we got? Alright, a nice wit to start, sure. Nothing. I got 1 whistle. Come on. Throw people in speed, please. Now we're talking. Now we are talking. Boom. 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 Now we're talking. Give me another one in speed. Yes! Boom. Boom. And a good stamina. Oh, oh baby. Boom. 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 Okay. I like that. End closer straight. Thank you. Aibe 2 out of 3. Please, Aibe. Please finish your chain. Please. Alright. I'm going to use the T. Like the shop. We have the power thing. We have plus 40%. I am a little low on stuff, but I have power and 40% already, so I'll save the points. Why, if it isn't the goat, hello, Septia. Hope it's going well. And you can access your items from the training select screen on the right. Can you? The items? Like on the right side of the screen? Okay, Aibe finished. Nice. Oh god, that's a really good speed training. I'm skipping the race for that. Boom, boom. Marvelous guidance. Hey, thanks for the speed. All right, what's in the shop? Energy, whistle. All right, we're definitely taking the whistle. Take the energy. I'll probably pick up the speed and the hammer later. For a minute, I thought you were still in Classic, and I saw your stats, and my eyes bugged out. Dude, if this was in Classic, it would be a generational run. So we have Tenno Show up next. I don't have a lot. I only have 120 energy thing, so I'm very low on energy. I need to be really careful. I have 3 races coming up, and I have 5 potential training turns. Alright, I'll hit Stam. Did somebody say marvelous? They sure did. Me. Click on training select, and below your buff thing on the left, you can click on training items. Oh, right there. I see what you mean. I did not notice that. Good to know, though. I do recreation from time to time. Luckily, I got very lucky there with the Mood Up event. You were great, Tama. Power and Guts, don't mind if I do. Alright, I am going to rest this turn. I'm going to pick up the 35% because that could potentially help later. I'll pick up that. Well rested is huge. Thank you. 20 skill points. Don't mind if I do. Train your stamina and guts, McQueen. Marvelous. Marvelous is great. We're definitely doing Japan Cup. I forgot to use my hammer again. Stamina weight. Okay, that's nice. Might not need the speed anklet since you're getting 77-ish during climax. Hopefully I don't. It could help if I have a really good stamina training. Because using it... sorry. It could help if I get a good speed training because it would also boost the power that I get. But outside of that, like one fringe scenario, then yeah. I don't think I'm going to end up needing it. I've not recreationed this scenario. I realized I even brought a pal once and forgot to date them. Yeah, I've attempted Rico once. Or I've attempted bringing Rico once, and it was whatever. I'd really love to see an energy item hit the shop ahead of these last couple turns. Thank you for that energy right there. I forgot that that was a scripted event. Okay, so nothing really there that I'm interested in, so I'm just gonna hit. Yeah, I wasted 3 hammers right there. Alright, Armakinan. Nice, thank you for going to power. Okay, we did get an energy item. We got a wit scroll. Those are both nice. The shop is going to refresh one last time. Speed and guts, okay. Once I hit my 3 master hammers for climax, I just start using hammers on the next race after I buy them. That's a good idea. I should really, really, really do that. Alright, so I'm going to take the big energy item. I'm going to take the wit scroll. Going to take the power manual. Stop every time. Yeah. There was another heal that I missed. Alright, what do we got? Okay, I'll take that. Unfortunately, I don't have any more megaphones after that one I just used. So I'll get one more use out of it, but that is it. I'd like one good power training or one good speed training that gets a lot of power. Preferably, the next 2 turns, I get a good stamina and a good power. Or a really good power and a good wit. Thank you. So, like, that's a solid power that, you know, I probably should just hit stamina again. So, I'm going to get 50 more stats, actually. So, if I don't hit power one more time, I'm not going to quite cap it. I'll be 4 points short. Oh, wait, no. Yeah, I'll get 50 more. So, I will cap power. I mean, I will cap stam. So, what I really want is to get power to 1,000. But I don't have another... I don't have another stamina weight. I don't have another phone. I mean, I'm really just relying on hoping I get a really good power training next turn. Yeah, only 1 training left. I have to hope I get a power rainbow. If speed training is big enough, you could cheat power growth from that. That is what I was thinking. I do get a lot of power if I do that. And I have a speed weight. So, actually, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to do that. Because I really, really, really want to try getting power to 1,000. Oh, yeah, that's nice. Actually, 956, so we get 50 more stats, so power will go to 1,000. So now I just want... I need either a good power or... I'd be fine with a good stamina power or wit on the final training. Second try and you're just hitting. Oh, I've done a lot of Tamas off stream that have not hit. So this was a long time coming. Remember to hammer? I have forgotten to hammer more times than I'd like to admit. Off stream doesn't count. Did you get any ass aptitudes? Yeah, mile. Woohoo. Okay, so if I hit wit here, I will get to 800 wit, which is also nice. because we get 30 stats after the last race. So, all right. So my option is either I hit stamina, and then I'm going to end up capping stamina. All right, here's what my choices for the final stat lines are. Because I can do the math in my head. I can either end up with... Or those are my two stat lines that I can end up with. I either cap stamina and be just under 800 power, or I just get under capped stamina and I get 800 wit. Sorry. I either cap stamina and have just under 800 wit, or I get 800 wit and be just under cap stamina. I think wit probably makes a little bit more sense. 1200 stamina is cooler than 790 wit. I agree. 1200 stamina is cooler than 800 wit, but I have 2 gold heals that I procced, so I think those 17 stamina isn't really going to make much of a difference. And every extra wit point that you can get is nice. What's the power option? I think it was like pretty negligible. You have a power anklet still? Did I? Oh yeah, okay. So let's see what that would be. Or if I hit power, then I would end up with... So that would be 64, 69. So that would be cap stam. It would be 86, 91, 1021. So that third line, if I hit power, that would be the other option. I do cap stam. I get an extra 15 power, which is nice, and wit is still really close to 800. I feel like the power is probably actually the best move here, because the conditions for this race are just so shit. Yeah, I think I'm gonna hit the power. Boom, boom. Alright, Tama. This better be a freaking SS Tama. This is definitely by far the best Tama run I've had. So let's see what we can do for skills. Yeah, that is it. Oh my god, what? I did the math wrong. 1199 stamina? Are we for real right now? Oh my god, I did the math wrong. Come on. How was I off by 1? Whatever, she's still a monster. Okay, so... I think you assumed 21 instead of 20. I might have. I might have just made that simple mistake. For potential inherited alt options, we have Hishiyama's at a pretty nice discount. I don't know if her alt helps at all. We also have Taishin's at a very nice discount. But those are kind of an afterthought. So we're definitely going to get Curvature at that discount. We're definitely picking up Maestro. Go with the Flow I love, so I'm picking that up. Spurt is obvious. Cooldown we have at a discount, and that is a gold heal, so obviously we want that. I'm going to scroll down to Daring Strike and pick up that because we definitely want Daring Strike. And then for other options, I still have 750 points, so Straight Adept at a slight discount. Inside Scoop at a pretty nice discount. Long Straight and Pressure. Pressure I think would be good to have. Long Straight is pretty cheap. And Closer Straight is pretty cheap. Tail Held High I should probably... let me see how many skills I have right now. So we have Curvature, Maestro, Cooldown, Daring Strike, Spurt, and Go with the Flow. So we have Hishiyama's potential, Hishiyama alt inherit, Taishin alt inherit, Pressure, Long Straight, Tail Held High. There is also the Gamba skill, but that is super, super gamble. But I could still get that. She did win quite a few races. If it procs at the right time, it's definitely going to help. Tail Held High I should definitely get at that price. Let me see. So if I picked up... So if I picked up Long Straight, End Straight, Tail Held High, Glittering Star, I still have 321 points. Inside Scoop I think would be good to have. So if I drop Inside Scoop, cooldown over Radiant. So all right, hold on. So I will definitely pick up those three. So I have 500 points left. Glittering 180. Radiant would be 360. I'm just going to write them on the screen again because it's easier to look in one place and not have to scroll. You have enough mid-race skills to trigger Tail Held High. I think it depends how long the mid-race is, but I think in theory Curvature could, in theory Maestro could. Go with the Flow is late race. Cooldown, I'm not sure when this could be. I think this could be mid or late. Daring Strike is mid-race. So I would say Curvature, Maestro, Cooldown, Long Straight, End Straight, Daring Strike. That's 6 skills that could potentially trigger at a time that could help Tail Held High. Actually, let me double check the course. I'm curious what exactly the mid-race is. Pisces Cup. Like, what is in mid-race? So mid-race includes a downhill and uphill, the second corner, the second straight, part of the third straight, and part of the first corner. So I can actually put that on screen, just for reference. That's huge. When did I take chat off the screen? My bad. I didn't realize you guys weren't on there. Okay, so that's what the course looks like. So, you know, Curvature could definitely potentially proc. Maestro could proc. Cooldown could proc. Long Straight could proc, and Closer Straight could proc. Daring Strike could proc. So I have 6 potential procs here. I think the potential combo of Daring Strike, increasing velocity mid-race, combined with Tail Held High, if I had the gold version of that, Tail 9, like, if those two both combo mid-race, she could be in a really, really good position going into late race in the final spurt. So I feel like Tail 9 is probably a good pickup. And then I would still have 320 points, which, again, Glittering is at 180. Pressure is at 144. Inside Scoop is at 112. On the final corner, this could help for sure if she's in that type of position. I mean, I ideally would not want to be on the inner rail because it's going to be harder to like burst up, but okay, so the options are Glittering for 180, Pressure for 144, Inside Scoop for 112, Straightaway Adept for 119, Nemesis for 130, and You and Me for 140. So I can basically pick two of those that I just listed. Let's put those all on the screen so I can actually remember that without having to keep scrolling. So we got You and Me 1-on-1 for 140. We got Nemesis for 130. And I do know that Nemesis is pretty solid. We got Straight Adept for 119. We have Inside Scoop for 112. We have Pressure for 144. And we have Glittering Star for 180. So yeah, basically I can pick two of these. Given the prices, I feel like Inside Scoop is at a very good value. So I think I would be leaning toward Inside Scoop as one of them. Long Straight. There is also the option of doubling up on those. Some say he's still choosing to this day. Hey, I mean, this is a potential ace Uma. I mean, I wish she had long S, but given her overall stats and the skills she's going to have, I feel like she's definitely ace level. Long Straight 2 would be 77, and End Straight 2 would be 98. Nemesis and Inside, Long Straight, Inside and Nemesis. You and Me could be really good due to the timing. I don't know how good Taishin Inherit is. Let me look. If you did Scoop and Straight Adept, you could afford Long or End Straight 2. Hold on a second. Why does it say I only have 209 skill points? Oh, I have Inside Scoop picked. I was like, that doesn't make sense. All right, let me just buy that so I don't... So in total, we have 321. Let me look at the inherits and see what the actual like conditions are. Skills. So Nemesis, when inherited, if it's the final corner or later and you're overtaking somebody, and you are between positions 4 and 7, it increases your speed by 0.15 for 3 seconds. Inside scoop is... if it's on the final corner and you're on the inner rail, it increases your speed by 0.15 for 3 seconds. So the exact same effect, speed and duration-wise, as Nemesis. Or inside scoop, Nemesis, and double circle long straight. Is Adept or Nemesis better? I'm gonna check every single one and see. So straightaway Adept is a 0.15 speed increase for 2.4 seconds. So it does last for slightly less time than Nemesis and Inside Scoop do. However, it is on a cooldown. It says it has a 30-second cooldown. So I'm assuming that means it could proc multiple times. Final corner is pretty late for end excels. I'm not sure when exactly the excel zone is in this. If I look at long straight just for curiosity. So long straight, the difference there is base long straight, which I currently have, is 0.15 for 3 seconds. If you double it, it's 0.25 for 3 seconds. So it's an extra 10%. For ends, it starts at late race. So it would start on the third straight. Does the speed skill even matter for final corner? Are you still accelerating and won't notice the speed skill? Oh, I see what you're saying. So from like 23 to 2650 for time of Excel starting and skill earliest triggers for final corner Excel. So you're basically doing all of your accelerating on that final corner. It's too bad I got so many straight speed skills instead of corners. Like I got long straight, I got straight adept, I got end straight. So I do have Professor of Curvature, but like I didn't get end corner, I didn't get long corner. Increase velocity when passing another runner late race. So I think, what was it? Either Otto or Eric, one of you said you heard pressure isn't that good. If you were to pass somebody at the start of late race, would that not be good? Like just looking at the... What is pressure? Pressure, it's also 3 seconds of 0.15. So it feels like pretty much all of these are the same actual effect. It's really just the potential timing for when it would proc. The only condition for this is that you have to pass somebody late race. You should be max speed by the final corner. Yeah. So definitely, ideally you want to be at max speed by the final corner. So I think we'd ideally be getting stuff that's going to increase velocity, like in the first half of late race. So you're reaching max velocity faster, I guess. With spurt and multiple ends, I think pressure is fine. I will definitely be running Taishin. I adore pressure, but I've also heard people say to avoid it. That being said, I still grab it because I like it. That's what I do with go with the flow. Like people, I feel like people pretty much always say that, like, go with the flow just isn't worth it. But I have seen from firsthand experience so many times that go with the flow helps. Like, when I'm stuck behind somebody and my Uma is not going around them and then go with the flow procs and they like teleport to the side and then fly forwards, I'm like, that's prime example of why go with the flow is amazing. Like, I will buy go with the flow on every end closer and late surger I can possibly buy them on. If I get that hint, I am buying it. Guaranteed. No matter what anybody says. Guaranteed to pass people late race as loser fronts fall. Right, which should in theory mean that pressure should proc pretty consistently. I get it if it's free, but it's not a priority. But when would it ever be free? You pull it. I assume you're asking if I'm pulling on Satono. I am probably gonna do like 110 pull, or maybe a couple like single pulls or something. I can't pull too hard because I really want to pull for the Mr. CB Wit card and Heinz Fujin at the end of April. So I can't spend too many carrots here, which is unfortunate. I want to see what the actual activation conditions for Glittering Star are. So Glittering Star can proc any time in the second half of the race, and it increases speed, excel, and recovery. So basically, if it procs if it procs at like 1800, that's useless. If it procs at like 2400, that's godly. Is what I'm getting out of that skill. So it really, really depends when it procs. Well, I mean, useless is a strong word. It's still a heal and it's still velocity, but you know, you want that late excel, so it does mean anytime it procs with like 100 meters left in one practice race. Oof. Yeah, and with 100 meters left, again, that's like basically useless. If it procs with spurt, it's amazing. Right. Which I guess is why people say it's so gambly. If you use it as a heal, then it's worth it. Yeah. I think if you use that as a second heal, then it's definitely worth it. Because regardless of when it procs, it is still a gold heal, technically. And you're getting... I mean, it won't be as strong as a single heal, but you're also getting... I mean, sorry, it won't be as strong as, like, a Maestro in terms of how much healing it does, I guess. But you are also getting the speed and the excel out of it. So it definitely works out that way. I guess I could pick up pressure and inside scoop. Because I know, at least what I have seen and people say on like tier lists and guides and stuff, it's that you want as much speed carryover from the Excel zone into the final straight as possible, and you want as much finishing speed as possible. So ideally, you want those late race speed skills. Which is why I'm really, really surprised that people are saying that pressure isn't good, because in theory, that is a late race speed skill, so I don't understand why it's not good. But pressure takes away a double circle. It would take away a double circle if I did, like... If I did inside scoop, straight adept, that's 220, 229, 231. I have 321. Yeah, so I could do, like... straight adept, inside scoop, and long straight, too. Wasn't it mid-race into late race? The speed carryover. Maybe? That probably makes more sense. I watched, like... I watched one guide video, I think from Mumu, and then I skimmed, like, one or two other people's. So I am not the person to listen to for in-depth breakdowns on when you want to excel or speed up. I'm basically just parroting what I heard from those. I wish that there was like the Whatchamacallit? Isn't there like a race sim or something? Was that on UmaMo? Where you could like put the skills in and it would show you. I know, that was something else. Uma Race Simulator. Wasn't that one? Umalator? Is that what it was called? Room 1. Once I finish making this Tama. Mid-race skill, Gamba for carryover. Late race speed needs to be after the Excel zone. Alright, I want to try throwing, see if it actually makes a difference. I feel like this is like super just minute things that really don't make a difference. And I can't go wrong regardless of what I pick, but I get so antsy when it's these big, like, potential hits. Race sim, open full sim. I throw that on the screen. Window capture. I think taking straight away depth is the choice because it can proc 2 times. That's what I was thinking earlier because I saw it's on a cooldown. So given the length of the course, it could proc twice. I'm thinking adept, scoop, and long straight too. That's definitely the most bang for your buck, which is really nice. You know what? Actually, yeah, I'm just going to take that. I'm not even going to throw it in the race sim. That's the most that I could possibly get out of it. So long straight to inside scoop and straight it up. Most potential chance to get more increases in speed. All right. How does our Tama look overall? That's an SS, all right. SS+. Ooh, got a lot of skills on that. 1 stam, 2 turf. So we got Spring Runner, Speed and Power, Tokyo, Summer Runner, Standard, Corner, Straight Adept, Go with the Flow, Deep Breaths, Tail Held High. That's not bad. Problem is it's long and mile for parents. It has a 3 mile, a 2 long. Yeah, so the blue sparks are only 2 wit, 1 power, 1 stamina. So blue spark wise, Kaka. Pink spark wise, not bad if you're trying to bump somebody up in mile who's also running like. This would be good for either a long or a mile. Good parent for training long CM since it covers mile bump. Yeah. And it's a ton of skills. Like across the 3 of them, that is, what is that? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 33 white skills before you start factoring in that some of it is dupes. Like I have NHK Mile C on 2 of them, but that increases the overall stars for them. So either way, that is a damn nice Tama. I am quite happy with that. Really the only thing that killed my previous record. Really the only thing that could have gone better there is if I got long S on one of the inspirations. Alright, we can take away that. We can take away this. We can put you guys back on the screen. Alright, that was pretty good. Let's do some test rooms, shall we? I got my 2 different Taishins that I want to test. I got my McQueen that I'm going to run. And now I have this Tama. Oops. Okay. Host. Tenosho Spring. Pisces test. 9. And it is going to be... I think it's heavy, right? It's not Tenosho Spring? Can I not see the custom? Oh, it's a different race course. I see what you mean. It's in Hanshin, not Kyoto. Okay. Alright. That means I'm gonna have to manually click all this stuff, which is annoying. There's no specific thing. Alright, so it's turf, long, Hanshin, right. Inner, outer to inner. No, not 18. Or I guess I can modify it later, yeah. Okay. Pisces test. 9. Spring, heavy. Okay, so I'm going to be entering... so we have my Taishin. We have my Tama that I just finished. And we have my McQueen. Alright, 3 double S. Very nice. Alright, copy that, throw that in chat. Where were you when Leo sacrificed his chat to have a good Tama? I was there. Let me know if you want me to play. I'm tired of entertaining and being too late. I mean, you're welcome to join. Hello, Manan. Wow, it already filled up. Okay. Hello, Otto. Well, before I do that, I'm going to just make a bunch of rooms. I'll try and make 5. I wish I could copy that, as opposed to having to manually click it every single time. Although I guess just doing it enough times, I'll memorize it. Pisces test 2. 9. Spring, heavy. Taishin. Tama. Queen. Oh, oh. Boom, there's the second one. Okay, 3 more. Host. Custom. Turf. Long. Hanshin. Right. Outer inner. Pisces test 3. 9. Spring. Heavy. Okay, this one I'm going to switch up a little bit. I want to test this other Taishin I have. Which... So this one that I ran in the first two has cap speed. It only has 1 gold heal. It has a lot of good skills. This other Taishin has less speed, but it has a 2nd gold heal. It does also have Turf S. And more golds. So I'm just kind of curious how that one will do. I will throw my Tama in there again. And we'll throw in McQueen. Third one is up. 2 more. Custom, Turf, Long, Hanshin, Right, Outer Inner, Advanced, Pisces, Test, 4, 9, Spring, Heavy. Next. Alright, so this one I'm gonna bring, instead of, I'm gonna bring the first Taishin, and I'm also gonna bring this Brian, end closer I have, and I'll go triple end on this one. I'll also bring Tama. And one more. Custom, Turf, Long, Hanshin, Right, Outer Inner, Pisces, Test, 5. Alright, this one I'm gonna enter the other Taishin again. I'm going to enter... I'll enter the Brian. And I'll enter the McQueen. I give up. Have you not been able to get in any of the rooms, Raya? Are you in the club? I can save club spots. I could save 3 club spots if you want to try getting in. Oh, you're not in the club? Yeah, I won't be able to send it then. Real track was down when Uma had the CM. Oh, okay. Well, if you want to try one more time. I don't know how many people are trying to get in that haven't been able to. I would say if you're already in one and you haven't, or if you're already in one, I could use club spots. All right, I can save 3 club spots. I got him one and then stopped trying so others could. Very nice. Thank you, Bobby. All right, I'll save 3 for club mates there. Oh yeah, all right, so this one, let's see. If people have already gotten in one, try to not enter this one so people who haven't gotten in can get in this one. I did enter 2, suck it. Yeah, I think 2 is fine. I think entering more than 2, because like 1 race is still like, you know, you need more data than 1 race. That being said, I can obviously do more than 5 rooms. I can do more than 5, so don't worry. I can keep making rooms if people want to keep testing. Okay, let's see. All right, so still 3 spots in this one. Meow SS. Oh boy, we got a UG bourbon. Oh boy. Scary. Okay. I'm only in one. I still can't run the decks I want. Those are placeholders. Gotcha. Why not run a room and recreate it? That makes a lot of sense. Now that I have 5 created, I can do that. I guess like I can do a race and then just immediately recreate it. Watch the next one, immediately recreate it. So then there's just like a constant cycle, which will be good. My third is up in the air, but I'm trying to get it from my cafe, but I have a hard time getting her for it. It is, I'm saying, like, this is definitely the hardest CM to build for so far. Even with Trackblazer being out, which is great. I've been liking Trackblazer overall, but, like, it is hard to get the ideal combo of stuff. All right. I'm going to go to the waiting room in 1 second. I'm going to hit the bathroom quickly so that I don't get interrupted midstream. But I'll be back in like 1 minute, and then we can do all of these test rooms. So don't leave. I'll be right back. Alright, we back. Hopefully that was only about a minute. I know how I can be when it comes to estimating times. Okay. Test room number 1. We got Manon and Avocado, the one and only. My game's not open. What? I thought you had Uma open 24/7. This guy's a fake Uma fan. Okay, I'm gonna take away chat so that we can see the skill procs and stuff better. We got a lot of SS in this lobby. Preparing for a hand cam stream takes forever. True. Hand cam stuff definitely takes more time. You gotta get like your cam holder thing up. You gotta get the camera connected to OBS to track, and then it's a second camera because you're using the main one to still track the model, and then you have to make sure the zoom is correct and the focus is right. It's just extra stuff. Alright, so there's my Taishin. Cap speed and stamina, amazing power, solid wit. Brought over the Ogre ult. Lone Wolf, I was putting on her pretty much in every run to help with consistency with winning races early on. We only have 1 gold, but it is cap stamina, so Sleeping Lion, Stamina Eater as well for, you know, little bit of debuff and stam. Daring Strike, Encroaching Shadow, Curvature. I do have pressure on her. We hit the straights, Umastan. No front runners? You're right. It's 4 end closers and 5 pace. Okay, so here you go. This is an example lobby where we are not necessarily going to be seeing a Kitasan in every lobby. We could very well have 0 front runner lobbies. So if you're planning on running a front runner, maybe you should consider running 2 so that they have somebody to duel. Because if you're the only front runner, I mean, what is it? Cashew always says if you're the only front runner, they don't try as hard. So Otto's Ogre Cap. Oh, you're running the festival one. Okay, I'm gonna be really, really curious. You got triple S on this too? Damn. That's really nice. I'm going to be curious. Are you using 777 as your final? So I assume you're hoping that either Passing Pro or Shake It Out is your final one? Because if she ults at the right time, I think she's going to be an absolute monster. But I'm assuming the consistency is going to be the hardest part. You got McQueen. Is this Chio's ult? Radiant counts as a heal for Ogre. Oh, Radiant probably would, right, because it is a heal. Oh, and you have Stamina Eater too. Okay. Innate experience. Hesitant front. Yep. Understandable. Head on. Good. All right. Yeah, I'm going to be really curious how this one performs. Chio. Ooh, that is a nice Chio. Cashew. Take notes if you're thinking about running Chio. Oh, wow. Okay. Almost capped speed, good stam, good power, good wit. You almost hit quad thousands. Got McQueen. You got New Year's Opera. Speed and power. Okay. That's really good for spring. Base Savvy. Oh, Lone Wolf. All right, you cancel out my Taishin. Feature Act is always really good to see. Speed Star, Inside Scoop. Speed Star is the one thing I didn't get on my McQueen that I was kind of bummed about. Inside Scoop, Head On, Breath of Fresh Air, Radiant, couple white heals. All right, nice. That's a scary Chio. Stamina Eater doesn't count. Scary gold ship too. Oh my god. Again, almost quad 1000s. Fantastic stat spread. Triumphant Pulse, White Knight. Okay, White Lightning, that's good. See, that's something, like, I want White Lightning on my Taishin too, which is why I might go back to still try and make more Taishins. But we'll see. Right-handed and Wet is good. Ramp up early, start Nimble Nav, Spurt, Curvature, Umastan, Radiant Star, go home. You got a lot of good speed skills here. Yeah, Pants. Stam Eater's just for front heavy? Gotcha. Opera, again, almost quad 1000s. Queen, Hanshin, Spring, Pace, Maestro. Headliner, that's her unique, right? Her unique skill? Boss you in position toward the front upon an overarching right. Ah, cool. Radiant Star. Alright. All these are better than mine. I have more work to do. It's a lot of work. I've definitely done a few dozen runs at this point to get what I have at least. And everything is always freaking RNG. Another Festival Ogre. Okay. Solid stat spread overall. Long ass is really nice to see. 777s. Okay. That's what I would have assumed the third one would be, but I feel like 777 is probably a little earlier than you would want, but at the same time, I can't think of like a later one. Which is why I see people say, like, if you can build a really good Ogre, she's going to be a monster, but, like, it's just hard with the consistency with her heals. So I'm going to be really curious how these go. This is also a Pace Chaser one. Speed Star, no stopping me. Oh, that's a Unity one. Okay. Oh, is this also like a... Is this a previous one? like for an older CM. There's my McQueen. I was very happy with that stat spread. Also long S, which I was really happy about. My big thing that I mentioned is that I didn't get Speed Star. I failed the like proc check or whatever. Like she just gave prepared to pass instead. It's like, damn it, fine motion, damn it. But I mean, we got our heal. We got feature act, no stopping me, because I did run Yuki no Bijin on this attempt, so I got no stopping me. Head on, Umastan. By Tama that I just finished. Top Gun, okay, good speed. Great stats all around. She gets no stopping me as her own skill, which is really, really nice. Spurt is really good. Let's see. Oh, end closer. Okay. End closer, Maya. So you got Tamamo's ult on her. Rainy Days, nice. End savvy, ramp up, early start. Stopping me, Spurt, curvature, Bofa, Radiant. That seems like a solid Maya now. And back to my Taishin. Okay. Let's see how this goes. How long does the race actually take to run, too? Is it like 3 minutes or something? 2 minutes? Feel so bad forcing them to race in these crappy conditions. Taishin, number 8 favorite? Ouch. Two late starts too? I guess it doesn't matter because they're both enclosers, but Umastan procced immediately. I guess it makes sense with 5 pace chasers. Around a minute per 1,000. Okay, so about 3 minutes then. Alright, McQueen in second is good position. The gap between the pace and the end is huge. Really early proc on McQueen's heal there. Stamina Eater, cool. Kind of early for Daring Strike, no? Unfortunately, it didn't help. Taishin, that did get Tamamo to the front of the ends, but Taishin did not move from 9. Although it is such a long race that probably doesn't matter. Oh, McQueen just fell to the back of the pace chasers. That's unfortunate. Opera is really far in front of the other paces. Festive Miracle procced about halfway into the race. Tamamo is kind of boxed in. Oh, unless she can burst forward with this. She actually fell 3 spots after ulting. Alright, there she goes. She fell back and then she started passing people on the outside. Taishin is fucking flying. Holy shit. Taishin just burst forward like a rocket. She just went from 9 to 2 in like 3 seconds. McQueen, okay. A little far back there, but hey, I have faith. Ooh, one of my ends has got to catch this gold ship. And you got Ogre and Maya right there. Taishin with Pulse, does that get enough? No, Gold Chip is gonna just barely win. Fucking Gold Chip! I hate Gold Chip! I hate Gold Chip! Every time I see Gold Chip in a CM lobby, I just get mad immediately. I fucking can't stand Gold Chip. Props to whichever one of you ran Gold Chip. But Gold Chip steals so many wins from me, and it makes me so mad. Wow, Manon, you got the top 2 spots there. Neck nose. Maya actually had a really good final burst there, because she was sitting at like 4 or 5. That Gold Chip was no stamina card? Oh my god. Yeah, 2 speed, 2 power, 2 wit. So was it 2 9-star parents for stamina? 6 stam, 3 power. Damn, yeah, 15 stamina, 3 power. That's crazy. That's an awesome build that you could pull that off. With standard, my Tama barely hits 900. Oof, jeez. Did you run stamina cards? Well, she decided to win. The gross privilege of Gold Chip sickens me. Yeah. I getcha, man. I getcha. Just Creek. I was doing Just Creek for a lot of runs, but I feel like I had to stop doing that. Like, I dropped my second wit for a second stamina. I couldn't only run Creek. It just wasn't working. Which is a big pain in the butt. All right, I opened up another room. If anybody is still looking to get stuff tested. There is still 1 spot open in number 5, so I don't know if you're still watching, Truff, if you want to just throw a 3rd one in. But yeah, there's 1 club spot. Screwed up and can't rejoin. If you go in, you can like cancel your sign up, or you should be able to cancel your sign up. Oh, it's too late now. Gotcha. No, you're good. You're good. Been trying to do no stam builds. I have an iffy Hishiyama entered in one of these that needs to be improved. Hey. It'll be helpful to see how she performs and where her lacking points potentially could be. You never know. Maybe she wins, and she's better than you think. All right, Bobby and Zrin. Got a nice variety of Umas here. Oh, I'm sorry that... You guys... A lot of normal moods. I guess Zrin having the only good counters having an awful. Hold on a sec. We got a lot of unique titles here. Bring Down the House, Emperor, Queen of the Amazons, Fortune Smile. I think those are all unique titles. White Lightning. Currently running Rudolf in this race as my cafe placeholder. Rudolf can be good. I think Rudolf could be a good end closer. I was messing around with that too. Buku, alright, cap speed, cap stam, good power, good wit. You running her as a late searcher? Yeah, okay. Alright, so this one's a little different. There's more end closers, a late searcher, and a front. So that'll be interesting. That's Vodka's alt. Unfortunately, as the only late surger, I don't think Competitive Spirit's gonna proc, but not a bad safeguard. Late Savvy double is nice. Kill Held High, Pilfer, Slick Surge, Illusionist. Overture Maestro cooldown. I don't think I've ever seen Illusionist before. Next race I swapped Rudolph for Golshi, so sorry in advance. No. I say I hate Golshi, but it's mostly because Golshi is really good. And I totally understand why people build her, because she has great skills. She has great training effectiveness, bumps, or like aptitude bumps. And she's accessible to like everybody. So I totally get why people build her. I just have lost so many races to Gold Ship that I have a grudge. Well, she's also just a fun name. It is. It is. Ooh, wow, that's an ogre. Oh my god, you got so close to triple 1200. Oh man. That's awesome. You must have been kind of bummed though that it was like so close to triple 12. Long S on top of that too? Holy crap. She's going to be I think she's going to win. Even without looking at her skills. Standard rainy pace. Alright, those definitely help get you close to 600 for the other two. Vermont, 3 gold heals. You're definitely finishing. Tail held high, prepared to pass, pressure, straight adept, curvature, pace corner. If straight descent procs at the end, that's going to be nice. That's a scary ogre, that's for sure. Brian, all right. I love to see Brian. Brian's one of my favorites. Good speed, good stand, good power, good wit. Who is chasing after you? Is that Cafe's ult? Slightly increased velocity and minimally intimidate runners ahead. That's cool. Ramp up early start, gambit, spurt, curvature, maestro, burst, and straighten corner. All right. I like that, Brian. My Tamamo. All right. Good speed with long S, good stand, good power, good wit. Wow, you got a lot of ults on her. Suzuka, Sky, and Valentine's Bourbon. Right-handed, wet, and spring. All right. You are good on speed. You're good on power. Taking the lead. Second win. Maestro. Long straight, long corner. Front straight, front corner. All right. Nice. You don't have the groundwork package, but that's totally okay. You're the only front runner. You don't need it. And I heard the groundwork isn't that important on the CM either, so that should work well. Cool. All right. Nice Rudolf. Cap speed, good stand, good power, good wit. Turf S. So your power is closer to like 1050. This is an end closer one. Didn't inherit it. Yeah. You should be fine. I think this CM in particular, it's a little more okay to get away with not having it. Hello, Titanic. Hope it's going well. Discovered a Winamp fork? I'm not sure what that is. Like a coding fork thing? Super Lucky 7, so you ran the Fuku card, I see. McQueen and Gold Chip Ult. McQueen and Gold Chip Ult. Interesting. Crusader. You don't see that often. Curvature, Maestro, Radiant Star. A lot of people are picking up Radiant Star. All right. Number 2 favorite. Ishiyama. Ooh, wow. Really nice skills. Did you run, stats. Did you run a Guts build for this? Given how high the Guts is, I'm assuming you ran a Guts build for this. Or you just got really, really lucky with like a ton of stamina hits. It was a Guts build? Okay. All right. Rudolph and Golshi and Savvy. Nice. That definitely helps with the wit. Go with the flow. I love seeing. Spurt, pressure, curvature. A lot of good velocity skills. Radiant Star. All right. I like this Hishiyama. I still haven't done a Hishiyama career. She's one of the Umas I have that I haven't done a career for yet. Because I pulled her fairly recently. Hishiyama, Curran, Special Week. One or two others. And then back to the top. All right, this will be interesting. We have a front runner. We have a late surger. McQueen is the #1 favorite this time. Okay. Ancient media player for older Windows OS. Oh. Yeah, I was always a Mac guy growing up, so I'm not familiar with older Windows stuff for sure. I really have only used Windows for work and for streaming, which is all within the past 7 years or so. But I was only Mac up until then. Everyone was raving about it. Thinking about making a a skin for a media player? Does it just like change the way the window looks or something? Stop ending your chain. Yeah, Fuku is I've only finished her chain once. Late start on McQueen's unfortunate. Never mind, she doesn't need it, she's in second. Taishin in fourth for some reason. You're a little far up, Taishin. Cooldown procs immensely early, that's unfortunate. Common collected procs super early, that's unfortunate. Okay. I guess there being a straight really early is not good for some of these heals. I'm okay when my Fuku ends her chain, it just means my other cards are likely to finish. That's true. Others are a little more likely. And I don't really care about the Super Lucky 7 skill personally, so... I mean, at worst, you miss out on like 15 stats or something. Her benefits just for bringing her are good enough that I feel like it's still worth. For some reason, Fuku's in the middle of the end closers. Actually, she's pushing up. She's going to pass Taishin. Taishin's going to get swamped if she doesn't move forward or to the left a little bit. Yep, Fuku moves up into fourth. Feature act, nice. Up, time for a bunch of Maestro procs. Yep, everybody and their mother procking Maestro. Change the appearance of the app, okay. And all the curvature procs. Alright, yep. So Tail 9 and Daring Strike comboed and she just pushed forward really hard there. Helps close the gap a little bit. Encroaching Shadow, Spurt, no stopping me. Alright, all my Umas just accelerated like crazy. McQueen passed Kitasan, Taishin's up in third. She needs a little bit more of a push to close that gap though. Ishiyama's pushing really hard. Oh, Kitasan pass back. Oh, and then McQueen counters with the ult. Ishiyama passed by Taishin. Oh, Tamo's flying now. Taishin ult, cool. I love her ult. The final part, this part, like the eyes in the darkness surging forward, it's so cool. I love Taishin. She's ulting kind of late, maybe? Brian? Brian is scaring me? Brian is gonna steal from the... No! Brian steals it at the last second! That's 2 races in a row where I get it stolen at the last second. Actually, no, I wasn't winning in the first one. Where did Brian even come from? Wasn't she way far at the back? Damn. That Fuku was sitting really far back for a lot of the race, too. I love Brian's ult. Yeah, that was really close between the top 3. I mean, actually, half a length, nose, 3/4, head, nose. Like, the top 6 were all super close. Wow, good performance, gang. Shadow Break and Beeline triggered together. Ah, that's a lot of speed right there. That's my first time making Brian. I just got it the other day. Welcome to the Brian gang. I love Brian. All right. There's still room for one more person to enter on the most recent room. There's only 2 minutes until you won't be able to enter, so if anybody has not entered yet and you want to, or if you've already entered and you just want another shot, the most recent one, which is this one, has room for one more person. All right, who do we got here? Cashew and Zrin. All right. Oh, yep. I see you replaced that Rudolph with the gold ship. That Mambo's coming back for vengeance. Kitasan and Sky. All right. So this is my other Taishin. The one who has less speed and stam, but more golds. Damn, everybody's in a good mood. Except for Zrin's Kitasan. I'm very sorry about that, Kitasan. Unpredictable is a fantastic title for Golshi. It is. That's a phenomenal choice. Work, so I'm lurking. No problem, Pearl. Hope you have a good day at work. All right, Kitasan. I believe this is the same Kitasan as before. Good luck on the race. You're amazing. Thank you. Golshi. All right. Good stats across the board. Pump some iron. Oh, presents from X. This is Christmas Biwa, I think. Homestretch Gambit, Crusade, Curvature Maestro Specialist. She's actually another one I haven't done a career for yet, but I have her. I was considering doing Taishin Biwa winning ticket as my team for this, do the B&W team. But that would mean not running my GOAT McQueen. Alright, Cashew's Mambo. I assume this is the free-to-play Mambo who beat my ass the other day. Very nice stats. Iron, Lion Weight. Fast and the Furious, Tail Held High, Nimble Nav, Slick Surge, Inside Scoop, Pressure. Long straight, long corner, late straight. You got a lot of speed skills here. It's too bad you don't have on your left, but I don't think you can get that with a free-to-play card, so. Brian back for vengeance. Cashew Sky, good speed, good stam, good stats otherwise. Long S, very nice. Escape Artist, Tail Held High, Curvature, Maestro. All of the straights and corners. Alright, you're good on stamina, you're good on speed. Cashew's Kitasan. Ooh, a lot of power on this Kitasan. Long S, very nice. 1000 with one gold heal might be a little risky, but we'll see. You got Sky and Opera, right, standard, firm, focus. Alright, nice set of skills for a front. Alright, we've gone all the way around. 23 minutes until Dia, for anybody counting.
足元悪い雨の中、阪神レース場、芝3200、9人の馬娘たちが挑みます。このレース、最も人気を集めているのは三冠馬娘メジロマックイーン。
McQueen number 1 favorite, Cashew number 2, very good.
2番人気はこの子、三冠馬娘6番北サンブラック。
Taishin number 7? She's always so low. Oh, you're right. It is an hour 23. I forgot because of the time change. The reset's an hour later. Damn it. Yeah, it's in an hour 23. I thought maybe I would do the roll on stream before I ended stream, but I won't be streaming that late. I only have like another half hour. The gap between the front and the pace is so big that you can't even see anybody else. And then the gap between the pace and the lates and end is like as big as between pace and front. Oh my god. That gap is disgusting. But hey, that means Sleeping Lion's definitely gonna trigger.
一息つけるといいですが第4コーナーカーブ6番北サンブラック快調に飛ばして行きます 戦闘がやや早いのか縦長の展開だ。
後方の馬娘が差し返せるのか気になる開きです。
順位を振り返っていきます。依然として6番北三ブランク、1個目のホームストレッチです。セイウンスカイ並んでくる2馬身3馬身開いて8番北三ブランク、4番手にはメジロマックイーン、後から成田大
Is that my team? It is indeed your team.
外からゴールドシップ、そして
Nice
その
strike,
内を
nice.
回って
Get close to the pace chaser if you can,
そして外目を
Taishin.
つきましてはタマモクロス。
Tamamo has a good position to just burst on the outside, but she needs to stay close.
彼女の客室には合っていますね。
さあ1コーナーから2コーナーへ向かっていく
Let's go, Mambo.
先頭は相変わらず6番北三ブ
I
ラン
don't want to lose to her again, but I do like seeing Mambo do well.
8番北三ブランク、2馬身3馬身開いてメジロマックイーン、さらには成田大臣、5馬身離れて成田ブライアン、さらには
Alright, well, I like that Taishin is up with the pace chaser right now.
変わらず先頭を突き進みます。6番北三ブランク。
The ends and the lates are slowly closing the gap. It's about time for all the excels to start. Oh, double no stopping me, encroaching shadow, spirit pressure, head on pressure. I just had about 30 skill procs all at the same time. There go Taishin and McQueen. Yes. Go, go, go. Go. Taishin basically teleported. Oh, I love to see it. Oh, alright. Unfortunately, Tamamo got stuck behind Golshi. McQueen? That was a long gap. What the heck? Nice to see Taishin win one. So this was the Taishin I thought wasn't as good, but she won on her first test. Okay. This is why we test. I want to see who does better. Good performance overall, squad. I should give her a number 5 skill. Mambo number 5, yeah. So Mambo did struggle a little bit more there. Surprised that Brian was so far back this time, because Brian did really well last time. I mean, I guess that's the Gamba RNG of it. You never know. 7 lengths between second and third. That's crazy. And then it was super close between 3, 4, 5. Well, I guess, now, she did very much... My Taishin and McQueen were basically right next to each other. So I think they basically procced each other's no stopping me, which really helped. Because they were both trying to, like, pass each other, basically. I'm sure if they weren't right next to each other at that point, and then she doesn't have no stopping me, and Taishin doesn't have no stopping me, that definitely... We could have lost to Sky at that point, so... Other Kitasan killed mine. She wasn't in top 2 to proc ult. Ah. Get that Taishin tested. Alright, good race. Glad to see a dub for Team Leo. Test room number 4. Is this another rerun of Cashew? Alright, we got Cashew back, and then we also got Toriko. Another Taishin. SS Taishin. Okay. SS Nice Nature. That's nice to see. You don't see Aircrew very often either. Oh no, there's a lot of awful moods. Cashew Sky, awful. Kitasan Sky. I mean, Cashew's Sky, awful. Cashew's Kitasan, bad. My Tamamo, awful. Toriko's Taishin, awful. My Brian, bad. Oh boy. I have 2 people in a bad mood. Cashew has 2 people in a bad mood. Toriko, you're gonna win here. You got only 1 person in a bad mood. Alright, let's see. So this is back to my first Taishin. So this is my Brian, who I have not run yet. Very good speed, stamina, and power, but guts and wit are a little lower than I would like. Triumphant Pulse, Daring Strike, so she's an end closer, Brian. Feature Act, Spurt, Curvature. Double long straight in corners because I didn't have anything else I wanted to spend points on, so. Cash Sky running it back. Kitasan again. Alright, before it goes Air Groove. Great speed with long ass, that's good. Good stand, good power, good wit. I think of just making diamond late and going with one front, late, and end. I do think the death of lates is a little exaggerated for this CM, but one front, late, and end. Who would your full team be? Also, hello, OP. Hope it's going well. A lot of alts here. We got McQueen, we got Urban, I think, and Dodo. That's an interesting combination. Oh, oh boy, this is a hella debuff. This is a hella debuff Air Groove. Oh, jeez. We're hitting everything. Front end, pace, late, end. Everybody behind. Bad groove, yeah. Oh boy, that's gonna hurt. Especially the double end, because I think I'm running triple end on this one. There's a special place in hell for evil traders on loss. I mean, it's valuable data. We got to see how our guys do. If there's a, that makes me scared about this nature. Is it going to be double bad? It's going to be evil nature, bad groove, and then a god Taishin. Oh boy. All right, Cashew's Tamamo. Beautiful stats. Turf S, okay. Shadow Break, nice. Is this like an older Tamamo or something? You got Winter Runner on her. End Savvy, very nice. Helps with that wit. Ramp up, Tail 9, Nimble Nav, Spurt, Curvature, Maestro. Alright. Good set of skills. No, Radiant Star. So that is a current one. She was a Cashew Cup Uma that accidentally got SS. Oh, okay. Well, hey, I think she's going to be a beast. Kita, Diamond, and Gold Ship. That's a nice lineup. It's nice to run Kita and Diamond together. I like that. I hope you pull her soon. I know that you said you had a ton of carrots saved up, but I hope you pull her soon anyway. I like to make evils. I messed around with it a bit back in the day. My Tamamo's in an awful mood. Alright, it is indeed a God Taishin. Holy crap. Cap speed with long S. Great stand. Great power with Turf S2. Great wit. Oh my god. You must have had an insane run for this to happen. Shadow Break. So you got Brian, Rudolf, and Ryan's ults. That's really nice. That's a ton of late speed in Excel. Ramp up Feature Act was really lucky to get. Daring Strike, Encroaching, Curvature, Maestro. I am horrified of this Taishin. I don't know how she's number 5 favorite. That's got to be top 3 minimum. Nature, Great Speed, Pace S, Pace. Interesting. Pace Nature. Great stats all around. Okay, it's not an evil nature. This is a good nature. This is a nature who wants to win. So she's got McQueen and Rice's ults. Pace Savvy, Inside Scoop, Pressure, Disorient, Head On, nice. Curvature, Maestro, Straighted Up, Deep Breath, Long Corner, Pace Straight. That's a ton of skills. Okay. You know what? I'd love to see Nice Nature win. Obviously, I want to win, but I really like Nature. I would be happy if Nature won. As long as she doesn't steal it from me in the last second. Planning to save for Grand Live and Master. You should be able to take it pretty easy for the next few months then. I think like late June, early July is when Grand Live should come out. So by then, if you keep saving your carrots, you're going to have probably like 120, 140k or something. Well, I'm glad to see a nice nature that is actually nice. All right, let's see how it goes. I am the 7, 8, 9 favorites. Oh my god. I am actually the bottom 3 in my own test room. I've never seen that. I've never been the straight up bottom 3. Oh my god. Trying to make a Rice themed skin, but it's scuffed. Hey, Rice is good. Good luck making the skin. If I don't get distance S, it's apparent Cashew Kapuma. Yeah. I think if the skills and the stats are good enough, it's still usable, but it plays a big difference in my head. Unfortunately, Tamamo and Taishin both do not have long S. My only person who's hit long S is McQueen. Alright, so this is another triple end closer run for me. Brian's in a good spot. Brian and Taishin both in good spots. Two Tamamos, two Taishins. They are all fighting back there. Ramp up, nice. Daring strike, good. They're all just like trading places back there constantly. Like, the places are, I don't know, 5 end closes. Yeah, they're all just swapping back and forth. Daring strike on both of them. Tamamo's unfortunately blocked right now, so her daring strike's not going to help. The other Taishin that I'm really scared of is pushing. Other Taishin is at the front of the end closers. Oh. Stamina Eater was a nice hit right there. Alright, you can see the ends are slowly starting to push up there on the far left. There's still a big gap though. That Kitasan is spooky. Alright, encroaching, pressure. Alright, Tamamo and Taishin both just activated a lot of skills in a row, but number 8 is flying. Is 8 Taishin? 8's gotta be Taishin. That Kitasan is so fucking far ahead, I don't think anybody's catching that Kitasan. I'd love to see Taishin catch, but... like, oh my god, you can't even see anybody. Taishin's gotten up to second. But, alright, Tamamo. Look how far ahead that Kitasan is! Alright, Taishin in second is nice to see, but man, yeah. That Kitasan just dominated the entire race. Nobody even came close to her from start to finish. That's what we love to see, yeah. That was a damn good Kita run. Brian in last, that's a little bit of an ouchie, but she was very fringe for me. I'm surprised this Taishin was so far back. I thought this was like a god Taishin. What did you run for this? Very similar to what I was trying to run. I was borrowing the Vega instead of using it, and I ran my own creek, but the only difference is that I used NTR instead of Fuku, and I had to use something other than nature. Mile C. So you went harder on the long and turf sparks. That's nice. Managed to clutch it out. Yeah, Taishin had a really good burst at the end there, but I wish that nature did better. I wanted to see nature do well. 3 speed, 1 stam, 2 wit. Okay. That's a really nice nature, though. Get it? Isn't she's the one with no stamina? Maybe all of the people saying you want cap stamina with 2 gold heals, it's just another exaggeration thing. maybe you are totally fine with 1 gold heal and 1,000 to 1,100. Because you did have... Well, it was only 2 fronts. I don't know. Maybe they use more stamina the more fronts there are? Hard to say. Either way, very good performance for your Kitasan. All right, number 5. Truff is in this one, I think. We got Meow SS and Truff. I am very, very scared considering there's an SS Plus and a UG in here. So I think this is going to be really scary. Oh yeah, of course. Everybody's in a great mood. And then there's Taishin. And then there's Brian. Unfortunately, their Kitasan is also in an awful mood, but, you know, go figure that 2 out of my 3 are in a bad mood. Just saw that UG, that's crazy. Well, we're gonna see. All right. This is a very good... This is an SS Plus Kitasan. Beautiful speed, stamina, wit, great power and guts, long S. Kiss for courage. Is this Maru Summer's skill? So you have Maru Summer and Valentine Bourbon. Hanshin, Competitive Spirit. Competitive Spirit's good for a front. Front Savvy. Alright, you got the groundwork package on this Kitasan too. So it's an SS Plus with great stats, groundwork package, 2 good ults, tons of early skills. Inside Scoop, Maestro, Blast Forward, Radiant Star. That is a scary Kitasan. UG Bourbon. Alright, long ass cap speed, basically cap stamina, great power, great wit, great guts. Oh no. Oh my god, this is so many skills. Victory Cheer. Alright, so you got Kitasan and Maru's ults again. Got the whole groundwork package again. Escape Artist keeping the lead, tail held high, final push. Curvature, Maestro. Yeah, it seems like 1 gold heal is probably good enough. Which is just more other stuff that you can buy. That is a very, very scary bourbon. Goal ship from Truff. Great stats. Long S. Rudolf ult, right-handed, wet, rainy. Alright. That puts you over 1200 speed. It puts you at 1150 power. Almost 700 wit. Stamina Eater, Nimble Nav. Home stretch you don't see too often. Spurt, Gambit, Umastan. 2 golds, Curvature. Alright, good goal sheet. Summer Maru. Long ass stamina's a little bit low, but I think her whole shtick is that she can go lower on stamina. I don't have her, so I'm not sure. I wish I did. She was like, it was her and Cafe were like the top 2 that I was debating between. And I'm more leaning Cafe because I like late surgers and end closers a lot. But I really like Maru, so Homestretch was the only thing that fit at the end. Well, it's a nice set of skills for sure. You also got the groundwork package. Firm, unfortunately, is not going to be proccing here, but having Firm means that you can use her in other places, so that's good. Oh my god, that is a Cafe. Phenomenal stats. Stamina Siphon, of course. You got Rudolph and New Year's Opera. Double Savvy, okay. Rainy Days, Ramp Up, Early Start, Gambit, Spurt, Curvature, Maestro, Radiant Star. Oh boy. Oh boy. And then there's Pan Pacific, who actually has good stats for an NPC. Alright. Well, I'm very scared of all of Meow's Umas And that gold ship, I'm also pretty scared of. Uma in bikini. There are summer alt ones, Armando, yes. One of my favorites gets a summer alt this year, McQueen.
足元悪い雨の中、阪神レース場、芝3209人の馬娘たちが挑みます。現在一番人気は三冠馬娘。
All right, no surprise that Bourbon is number 1. Get Cafe 2. Taishin at number 7. I gave up on the Smaru a bit, and Team Trial geared it. This is making me realize how I have nothing for the CM I like. Probably shouldn't have joined, I just got excited. No, you should definitely join. You should always join. Join and race and have fun. That goal, she seems like she would be good. Unfortunately, my McQueen late started, which is gonna hurt a little bit. Alright, she's pushed back up to 4, that's good. Alright, the big gaps are forming. We got 3 fronts, 1 pace, and then everybody else is an end. Or maybe that NPC was late. Stamina siphon, ouch. Hey, I'm behind her though, so I didn't get hit by that. Or Taishin didn't. Daring strike, yes, Taishin, please move up from 9th. I'd love to see you in like 8 or 7 right about now. Well, the end closers are all just trading places. 6 for Taishin is nice. The gaps right now are huge though. It's going to be really hard to catch those fronts with such a big gap again. What happened to Kita? She is far behind the other fronts. I actually didn't even see what happened until you said that. Yeah, Kita fell hard for some reason. The gap between front and end is insane on this track. It really is. Alright, encroaching shadow. I know people say that, like, no, stopping me is nice. Pressure, okay. I know people say that, like, Ryan's ult isn't as good here, but I feel like it might just be worth putting on the end closers just for that little bit of extra acceleration to help catch at the end. Ooh, back-to-back ults, okay. That Bourbon is still way up there. McQueen, I would love to see you catch this Bourbon, but it looks like the gap might be a little bit too big. McQueen was really close behind. Extra 0.3 L for 160 skill points is not worth it. For what skill is that? Is that Glittering Star? Alright, Brian has gotten killed a couple times I ran her, so I would have to go back to the drawing board for Brian if I want to run her. The Queen and Taishin performed well. We just happen to be up against a god Bourbon. Your Maru did really well, despite the low stamina trough. I don't know what happened with that Kitasan. Oh, pump. Gotcha. Yeah, I guess it depends how discounted you get it too. Alright, I'm pretty sure we have a full room on this one. What do we got? Truff back again. Mambo and 2 Buddy. Holy shit. UG Nature? I gotta see this. Mambo and 2 Buddy? Wait. Yeah. It's Mambo and 2 buddies. Mambo with her friends. Because nature is on her team. And then they're the Machikanes. Oh, that's cute. I like that you have a whole team. I love seeing stuff like that. That's why I was saying I kind of want to run like BNW for a CM or something. All right. So this is a rerun of who I am assuming were going to be my top. That's a lot of awful moods. That's too bad. All right, let's see. My Taishin again. Truff's Gold Chip is coming back for another round. Next CM, we better see BNW. Is the next CM a medium by chance? Because I feel like medium is where I would do best with them. Mambo in an awful mood. I'm sorry to see that, Mambo. Great speed, great stam, great wit, good power. Running her as a pace chaser. Okay. She's good on stamina between her unique and unruffled. All right. Ogre and Opera. Tailheld High, Feature Act, Speedstar, Overwhelming Pressure, Head-On, Curvature, Radiant Star. That is a nice set of skills and a nice set of stats. Okay. My Tamamo. Maru's back. All right. Oh, is this the debuff nature? All right, this is an evil nature. Next is 2000. Okay, that's a short medium, right? The thing with medium is that some of my other oshis are also good at that. Like BNW works, right? McQueen is good on medium. Taishin Flash is good on medium. Brian's good on medium. Fine Motion's good on medium. I have too many Umas I like. It's so hard. It's so hard to choose. All right. Oh, wow. Stamina Siphon, too. All-Seeing Eyes and Stamina Siphon. We got end late, end front. If she somehow makes it to the front, she's hitting the back. End again. This is a triple end closer debuff. Ouch. That is certainly an evil nature. Fuku. Turf and late S. Is this going to be a debuff Fuku? Oh boy. Okay. So, yeah, Mambo is trying to win, and her buddies are going to be hurting everybody else. Oh, how many debuffers are going to be in this lobby? Front, late, and Burning Spirit Wit, just to have even more debuffs hit? Oh god. And Stamina Eater, front. Illusionist, Sharp Gaze, oh my god. That one's evil. Whoa. UG Nature. Holy crap. Insane stats. That must have been a guts build. This was probably like, at what, 3 guts, 2 speed, stamina sparks, and a wit card or something like that. All in on Mambo. I hate debuffers, but I have to respect the hustle. I agree. And this nature does also have Murmur and All-Seeing Eyes, so Murmur's not going to proc because it's a long instead of a medium, but All-Seeing Eyes definitely will proc. And she has some very... Oh, this is a medium Uma. She was definitely built for medium. That being said, with these stats, she can run long, no problem. Hello, stats. Yep. I figured if everybody runs ends and debuffs, may actually be the front. Like half of the Umas are good on medium? True. Medium is the best distance overall for that. Medium is very much like run your oshis. Alright, let's see. This will probably be the last practice room. Before I have to head out and get some dinner. But let's see how it goes. These have been informative. My Tama has not done as well as I would expect based on how that run went. McQueen and Taishin have done good overall pretty consistently. They only won once, I think, but... Or was it twice?
各馬娘揃って綺麗なスタートを切りました。
これは位置取りが熾烈になりそうですね。
期待通りの結果を出せるか。1番人気タマモクロスマルゼンスキー快調に飛ばしていきます。先頭はマルゼンスキー単身で飛ばしていきます。先頭から大きく離されて2番手はメジロマックイーン、1馬身離れて待ちかねタンホイザ、6番ナイスネイチャー4番手、すぐに続いて成田大進、外で8番ナイスネイチャー。
Mambo right up there with McQueen.
ゴールドシップ内から待ちかね福来たる内をついてタマモクロスマルゼンスキー先頭を進みますが、これは正解でしょうか。
マルゼンスキー、彼女の客室には合っていますね。
まもなく第4コーナーカーブ、先頭から後方まで間延びした展開です。
仕掛けどころの難しいレースになりそうですね。
順位を振り返っていきます。先頭マルゼンスキー、レースはよどみなく進んでいます。
I love the team name Mambo and Two Buddy.
3番手4番手には6番ナイスネイチャー、差がなく成田大進、2馬身3馬身開いて8番
Mambo dueling with my McQueen.
正面スタンド前に入った1馬身差、ゴールドシップ待ちかね福来たる、外から行くタマモクロス、ここにいます。意気揚々と先頭を行きます。
Tamamo's pushing in the side
ど
there.
うでしょうこの展開。
ちょっとかかり気味かもしれないです。
Daring strike tail 9 end straight. Okay, Tamamo had a nice burst there, and then it immediately. Oh my god. Tamamo's burst immediately got killed by somebody's debuff. You could just see her stop trying as soon as that hit her. Oh my god. I was just starting to get excited because she had such a good burst, and it literally died on the spot. Alright, Tamamo is ulting pretty early this time, so that could be good. I felt like she ulted a little late the past couple. Mambo's still dueling with McQueen up there. They're both right on Summermaru. Mambo has passed Summermaru. So has McQueen. Goldship is flying. Nature's flying. Taishin is... oh my god, Taishin just got killed by a debuff again. Taishin has... Oh my god. These debuffs are disgusting. I've had 2 good spurts get immediately killed by a debuff. Please do not lose to Goldship, McQueen. I am begging you. I don't care if I lose to Mambo. I don't care if I lose to Nice Nature. Do not lose to Goldship, McQueen. I'm begging you. Activate whatever skill you need. Oh my god. I hate Goldship so much. I absolutely hate Goldship. I despise Goldship with every fiber of my being. There is not a single Uma that makes me as mad as Goldship. I think I've lost 2, if not 3 test rooms today because of a Goldship at the very end. I'm sure McQueen is thinking the same thing. No wonder McQueen is my Oshi. That's basically canon dialogue. For real. Oh my god. Like, I think Goldship is funny as an agent of chaos and the careers and stuff, but oh my god, dude, I hate running against her in CMs so much. So much. That being said, congrats to your Goldship, Truff. She redeemed herself for the previous race. Goldship gonna ship. That's basically canon dialogue. Yeah, I read that one. Yeah, so I think, unfortunately, Tama had 1 burst get killed by a debuff. Taishin, I think Taishin actually... I'd have to rewatch the race, but I'm pretty sure that Taishin's acceleration, like, I think she got hit by a debuff just as Spurt and all of that was going off, and that killed her a little bit. So, debuffs are definitely going to make an impact. Nice to see... Oh my god, Nature came in 3rd. I was gonna say, nice to see Nature so high up, but she came in 3rd. Alright, what was the build on this? 3... Okay, I had said it was probably 3 Guts, 2 Speed, and a Wit. But it was 3 Guts, 2 Speed, and a Power. Okay. Oh, man. And what was this Mambo? 2 Speed, 3 Wit, 1 Stam. I don't know what her training effectiveness is, but those are great stats for the cards. Why power? Maybe a good skill? Oh, that... So the Marvelous Power card has good skills on it, and it has a lot of race bonus, I think. I'm pretty sure it's 10, if not 15. I think it's 10. So yeah, it was probably for the race bonus. Granted, I mean, the Marvelous Wit card also has 10% race bonus, so... Man, I'm so envious of those 4,000 stats. Our power and gut stick, this is 15%. 15 each? Damn. Also, hello. Hello, Q. Welcome to the stream. Well, those were some good test rooms. Very informative. I definitely... Tamamo did not do as well as I thought she would, which is really, really surprising because I thought I had an absolute killer in this Tamamo. But I don't know that she placed higher than 5 in any of the test rooms that she was in. So, I mean, as of right now, she's still one of my best options to run, but, you know, maybe I got screwed with placements or skills or debuffs at some point, but I think I'm going to hit the drawing board again. I'm going to see about a Kitasan. I'm going to see about a Brian or a Rudolf end. I might hit the drawing board for Taishin again to see if I can get one who has long S. Because I would really like long S. You know, I would have liked Maestro on this Taishin more than Sleeping Lion. What was this? 2 speed, 2 stam, 1 power, 1 wit. Yeah. We still got a few days. Overall, McQueen definitely was my best performer, though. Which, if only I had Speedstar again. But what can you do? And a quick Meteorot S-themed one out of a cute fan art. Nice. Glad you accomplished it. But, all of that being said, I think I need to call it and go have some dinner. But thank you all for coming to the stream. I hope you enjoyed the both the career and the test rooms. Thank you for participating in the test rooms if you did. Very helpful for me, and hopefully it was helpful for you. Hi, McQueen. Ryan! Are they talking about baseball? She's so passionate and excited. I have my fantasy draft in 1 hour 45 for baseball, so I gotta lock in for that after dinner. Maybe I should change my team name to be something McQueen related. Alright. So yeah, that will do it for me today, but before I end the stream, let me do a little something over here. Next week for streams should be pretty much the same schedule. Wednesday, I'll be continuing Pokemon. Thursday, I don't know yet. I think Zero said he might not be around for Halo Infinite, so it'll probably be a one-off thing. It could be some Zenless story progress. It could be Titanfall. It could be Mega Man 2. It could be To the Moon. I don't know yet. But there will be something on Thursday. Saturday, more Yakuza Kiwami 2, which I'm very much looking forward to because yesterday's was really good. And then Sunday, I also don't know what that will be yet. But there'll be something on Sunday. There we go. I was seeing the same struggle that Kashi was talking about. Stick a Nejiro in there and nobody will be the wiser. Yeah. I Thanks for streaming. All you guys, Umas are looking good. Your gold ship is definitely looking good. And your Maru did better than I would have thought based on the stats. Also, hello, Tim. But yeah, I'm going to have it redirect into Cashew's Teo handcam model building, which is in an hour 45. So, you know, it's not happening ASAP, but, you know, go get dinner, come back in an hour 45, and you can watch Cashew build a Teo model kit. Have fun. I'll be doing my fantasy baseball draft at the same time, so I probably won't be able to watch unless it's muted on the side, but hey, it'll be fun. It's a marvelous Sunday. We got to maximize our Uma today, right? Anyways. Oh, geez. Oh, dear. Thank you all again for coming. I hope you had a good time, and I hope you have a great rest of your weekend. Until next time, bye-bye!